It's Rob Burnham, aka Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retroland Comics. This time I'm doing another episode of comic book reviews. This time I'm reviewing Ghost Rider 2099, issue 17. And what happens in this issue, it starts off, we see this old man, and he gets a knock at his door. And come to find out, it's his son, and his son is apparently the new Ghost Rider, and he is a marshal, a policeman. And him and his father start to talking, and we get a little backstory on their relationship or whatever. And the son really doesn't like the father because the father has let his mother go into this virtual reality type thing, where it's kind of like a drug where they can live in this virtual reality and escape the real world. And the Ghost Rider, the son, doesn't like what's happening to his mother and what she's going on with. And we see this other group trying to hack in to this virtual reality to try to figure something out, and we go back and forth with the father and the Ghost Rider fussing, and this other group that's doing all this hacking and stuff. And we find out some backstory on the Ghost Rider and how he had a surrogate mother, and I'm guessing in this future timeline that was the thing. They got surrogates that way. They, I guess, didn't have to physically birth them or something like that. But we see the hackers, and we see them going through this program and awakening this creature right here. And then we see another marshal that looks like a cockroach. And he's talking about this hacker group or whatever, and then we see Ghost Rider and his father in front of his mother in the virtual reality simulator. Let's see here. And then it just goes back and forth, and basically that's a big chunk of the comic, is the father and son arguing back and forth, and we see a little backstory and we see Iron Man suit right there, and how that technology went obsolete and all this other stuff, and this hacker group is trying to figure something out. And toward the end of the comic, we see his mother actually in the virtual reality, and something's wrong with her face, and she fixes her face in the virtual reality or whatever. And after that, at the end of the comic, we see this hacker group, or this other group or whatever. This comic's kind of confusing to follow with, but this demon winds up getting risen up, and other than that, that's all that really happened. Like I said, it was just a bunch of backstory of the Ghost Rider and his father and this hacker group. But if you ever read Ghost Rider 2099 issue 17, what'd y'all like about it? As always, Rob Burnham, make your Preacher Man R&B sign out, guys. GG's awesome. It's been an episode of Retroland Comics. See y'all next time.